Welcome to this video on the IPM program at IIM Bodh Gaya. IIM Bodh Gaya, the name itself should ring some bell. It is also called as the enlightened IIM in the IIM parlance. Okay, but yeah, so IPM program, integrated program in management at IIM Bodh Gaya is what we are going to explore in this particular quick short video. Yeah, so the details of the program was launched in the year 2021, only 2 years after Rohtak. So this was one of the early IIMs to have started an IPM program, actually the third IIM after Indore and Rohtak to have started this program. Admission is through their own exam called JIPMAT. JIPMAT is joint IPMAT. So basically IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu, both of them together accept the scores of JIPMAT. Exam generally happens in April. Okay, degrees awarded, like any other IIM, BBA after 3 years and MBA after you complete your 5 years. Exit option, like any other IIM, after 3 years, there is a exit option, and in fact after first year, second year, third year also, you get a certificate, you get a diploma if you exit after 1 year, 2 year, as we have discussed in our other IIM videos. Seat intake is 60. That's all right, nothing unusual about it. What is very important to observe is this: there are 50 seats which are gender neutral. Gender neutral means obviously boys and girls both have equal chances to apply, depending obviously on their JIPMAT scores and other admission criteria. 10 seats they have specifically reserved for females. Okay, this is purely to bring enough, or rather sufficient gender diversity on campus and reduce the domination of one particular gender. So yeah, girls can be happy that this IIM has 10 seats specifically dedicated to girls. 50 are obviously for both the genders. So yeah, structured learning. So we're just going to quickly go through the structure of the program. The first 3 years are the foundation years, and generally the core subjects are what are being taught here. So focus on fundamental management principles, and very important. They not only teach you the basic management principles or the subjects like maths, eco, statistics. Bodh Gaya also has a few subjects on humanities. Bodh Gaya also does non-credit courses like physical training, yoga, sports. So all of these are pretty much an integral part of the entire curriculum. It's not just one more thing happening on campus. Yeah. Year 3 is where students are encouraged to take elective. The third year of the program, they are encouraged to take electives and maybe start charting a particular course, a particular path in a particular field. Okay, so students began to customize their learning path with elective courses, preparing for specialization selection in their 6th semester, which is the last semester of the 3-year course. So at this point itself, students are encouraged maybe to take a decision whether they want to go towards finance, marketing, HR, operations, etc. Okay, the last 2 years, like the other IIMs, Bodh Gaya also has the IPM batch sitting exactly with the MBA batch. So the last 2 years, all the students are sitting in the same class, taught by the same professor, enjoying the same placements, writing the same exams, going through the same evaluations. Everything is exactly same. So the last 2 years, the experience is exactly same what an MBA student will go through at Bodh Gaya. Okay, so the last 2 years, obviously, with all the kind of specializations that you have, which we are going to cover, the advanced management subjects are what are covered. Yeah. So the program, if you just see the last 2 lines, the program operates on a semester pattern for the first 3 years, 2 semesters annually, and transitions to a trimester pattern for the MBA course. So they have 6 semesters for the first 3 years, and you will have 6 trimesters for the last 2 years for your MBA. Yeah. Specializations that Bodh Gaya offers are these, starting with marketing, operations, finance, HR, business analytics, strategy, IT. So more or less all the field that are currently in trend, currently in vogue, are being offered by Bodh Gaya. So I don't think any student is going to miss a particular specialization. Yeah. Now comes the most interesting part, the internships. My favorite part of any IPM program are the internships, because I genuinely feel, the learning that can happen in a real world situation outside the classroom, when you are not in the under the comfort and the protection of your parents or teachers. That's where real learning happens. So they have a retreat program after the very first year. It's a proper 2-week retreat program focusing on personal development, focusing on self-discovery, focusing on introspection. This is something that is very exciting, and this is something that is different from other IIMs. The internships that other IIMs that are offered are, into a social setup with an NGO or something. Before you start that, these guys also have that. Before that happens, they have a retreat which gets you into your own self, understanding yourself better as a person, as a personality, and in what you really value in life, what you don't value in life, etc., etc. So, and doing that so early in the program really sets the tone for the rest of the program. Lot of students are very clear, as to what they want to do, or at least what they don't want to do. That's equally valuable. Then after year 2, they have an 8-week proper full 2 months program, rural immersion program, they say, engaging with rural communities through Unnat Bharat Abhiyan or any other local NGO that is working in the social sector. And very important, the only criteria, or rather the only work there for 2 months, is to solve some of the grassroots challenges. Solution can be small, solution can be temporary. Problems, the magnitude of problems that these students really handle may be small, that's all right, but the point is that you start thinking, you understand the context from which the rural people that you work with, the NGOs that you work with, the context in which they are operating, that creating that understanding is very, very important. Okay, because this is the target crowd that maybe you are going to create some campaign after 5-6 years or after 10 years sitting in some corporate office and selling some FMCG goods. Okay, so it's important to have a very in-depth understanding of your potential future customer. Summer internship, obviously a part of the MBA program. It is a mandatory thing after the first year of MBA, which is after the 4th year of the program. There is a compulsory 2 months internship. Okay, providing hands-on experience in the corporate setting. This internship generally makes or breaks the student's decision into whether they want to go towards the marketing route, the finance route, the HR route, or something like that. Okay, when you actually work on the ground into an industry setup, in a corporate setup, you understand what it is. To maybe start my career as a sales executive. What does it really mean? I may want to become a brand manager. I'm not going to become a brand manager on day 1 of my placements. I'll become that maybe 10 years or 5 years or 7 years down the line. But for me to reach that, I have to start at the very bottom. Every marketing guy starts their placements with selling things store to store, or whatever, whatever is the today's equivalent of that. But yeah, that's what happens. So even the best FMCG companies, when they start placements, you are going to be in the sales, and from sales you will move. And similar is the thing for finance. So these internships really give you a very, very accurate peek into what the professionals are doing, and that helps a lot in making decision whether this is meant for me, whether I am cut out for this particular thing. So both way compatibility is tested, and students have very, very strong clarity into whether what works for them, what does not work for them. So yes, internships are very, very important. Bodh Gaya has enough of them. Yeah. So coming to the fees and the placements. So fees roughly 5 to 6 lakhs for the first 3 years each year. So 15 to 18 lakhs for the first 3 years, the BBA part, and the last 2 years is same as MBA. So whatever that particular batch's fee is, that's what students generally end up paying. Now, MBA batch 25's placement figures, median CTC is 13.5. So, half of the batch is over 13.5. Okay. Average CTC is roughly around 13. So, because both these numbers are similar, or rather they're very close to each other, you understand that if you are in the top 50% of the batch, top 50% of the batch, you will still walk out with a good 13 lakh, 14 lakh offer in your hand. again, like all other IPM programs, you have to understand that this is your worst case scenario in life. If nothing good happens, you will still walk out with this. You always have an option of upgrading yourself for your MBA. You always have an option of taking CAT, taking other management entrance exams to get into a better MBA college. After the 3 years at IIM Bodh Gaya, walk out with a BBA degree and go to a better college for your MBA. Nothing is stopping you. But having said that, the cushion, the assurance right after 12th that I am going to be a graduate, I am going to be a postgraduate, I am going to be a management professional, and I will have an IIM tag for the rest of my life on my CV is a big, big thing, believe me. Okay, you cannot start your career better than this. So yes, IIM tag, the assurance of that IIM tag, assurance of a certain average package is a very good launch pad for your education and then for your career. Yeah, going to the placement bit, the top recruiters that you see are some of the biggest names in the world right now. Deloitte, Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, JP Morgan, all are the best in their own fields. If you want to have a look at the profiles where the placements have happened, if you see, the biggest profiles have been general management and consulting. Consulting is the most coveted job profile on any IIM campus. Okay, so the best names in the consulting come to IIM Bodh Gaya, and they have their placements for that. So yes, if you see the pie is more or less equally distributed across all of the specializations. So it's not that if you choose this specialization you may not do well, if you choose that specialization only then you can do well job wise. So that's not how it is. They have good placements. Yeah. So finally, why would you want to choose IIM Bodh Gaya, or why would you want to choose an IPM program first and then go to IIM Bodh Gaya? So yes, pioneering spirit basically is one of the few early IIMs to start an IPM program. So obviously that value of being an old course, value of having its own legacy is a great thing. Dual degree, obviously you work with a BBA and an MBA. Experiential learning because of all the internships that we just discussed. So definitely a big part of it. Global perspective because the sheer kind of the batch that you're going to get on the campus, the sheer kind of exposure with all the different internships that you're going to get definitely helps you build this particular perspective. And holistic curriculum. Holistic curriculum, why do I say it as holistic is because, it's not only about studying, sitting in a classroom. It is about going out, it is about exploring, it is about knowing yourself, it is about solving real world challenges. It is also about doing all the different kinds of sports, yoga, and on all of that. So it is not only developing your intellect or your intelligence, also physically your body, and a healthy body, healthy mind, and all of that. So the overall, I think the program is well rounded in terms of providing everything and not just one part of it. See, all these IPM programs are residential programs. Students are expected to be on the campus 24/7 for 5 years. So it is not fair if a program does not offer these kind of opportunities for the students. So this IIM does, and that's the good part of it. So, and that's what makes the program holistic. So yeah, I think these are the reasons, strong reasons, that you should consider IIM Bodh Gaya and IPM program in general. If you are sold on IPM, IIM Bodh Gaya is one of the better options. Ultimately, it's an IIM tag. So yeah, I really hope you consider this, you give it a fighting shot at GIPMAT, and you do well. So yeah, thank you and all the best.